It's about time now. Come along with us as we show you our top 10 locomotives from our trip across the country. As we traveled across this great nation, we were reminded of just how important the trains were to the founding of this country. Our first train comes to us from the Columbia River Gorge in Oregon. We stopped at a rest stop and this big freight rolled right by behind us. It was amazing to see freights rolling on both sides of Columbia River in Washington and in Oregon. Number 9 in the countdown comes to us from the North Cascade Mountains of Washington State, the Skagit River Railway. This is engine number 6. She was established in 1920 and operated for 34 years. She was instrumental in the building of the dams along the Skagit River until one of the dams was increased by 100 feet, flooding all of her tracks. She's now a static display.
Number 8 on the countdown was also in Oregon. We found this train at the Multnomah Falls parking lot. We were really up close and personal and got to see the 4 engines and the whole train pass by.
Too cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right here. Phenomenal.
Wow. Number 7 comes to us from the Experimental Breeder Reactor Number 1 Museum out in Idaho. This locomotive was lead shielded and was used to carry nuclear test components out to the testing grounds and back.
Number 6 is from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Lynx Blue Line. We were able to ride this across town when we went to go pick up Gumby from a Ford dealership after she had suffered a mechanical failure.
Number 5 comes to us from Dodge City, Kansas, and the old 1139 locomotive. She's a static display right in Dodge City, and you are actually able to walk all over this one and inside the engineer's compartment. This was a really cool locomotive for us this day, as you don't often get to get inside them and look around. Number 4 comes to us from beautiful Cheyenne, Wyoming, and this is the Union Pacific 1242. She's on display at the Botanical Gardens, and she's one of the oldest surviving locomotives on the Union Pacific roster. Beautifully redone and restored several years ago, and really enjoyed walking around this locomotive this day.
Number 3 was in Kentucky. The Mammoth Cave Railroad was a short rail line on a tiny 9-mile track. It was started in 1886 and operated for 45 years. It was a wooden coach that carried passengers and their luggage up to Mammoth Cave.
Number 2 is the fabulous Union Pacific 4884 Big Boy called the 4004. It's a static display in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and is one of only 8 surviving Big Boys that were built for Union Pacific by Alco. These locomotives were the largest steam engines ever made, and they recently restored the 4014, which completed a trip across the country this year to commemorate the Transcontinental Railroad's 150th anniversary.
And number 1 on our countdown was the Royal Gorge Railroad. Brad surprised me and bought us tickets for the breakfast excursion. Our 4-star breakfast was enjoyed in a beautifully restored Pullman dining car.
And finally, a bonus item. We came across this beautiful Shea locomotive.
This is a Shea engine made for narrow gauge. The pistons are here and the wheels are driven by gears, so it's able to maneuver around tighter corners.
We thank you for watching and wanted to let you know we're also on Facebook and Instagram. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. As always, we appreciate your thumbs up and any comments. We love hearing from you. Currently working on our next video, and we invite you to come along with us and enjoy the ride. Thank you for watching. See you next time.